So, where's the story with the case with that brother? Is it David? I know it's spelled differently, but anyhow, it's a very interesting case. A very interesting case. I mean, what we got so far, well, what we know is the girl's body, the girl's dismembered body. The girl was 15. Her dismembered body was found in his car, frozen and obviously deceased, which, boy, it doesn't make sense. The whole story doesn't make sense, and I'm surprised they haven't even charged him yet. But anyway, reading it off the top, grisly details have emerged linking the home of David, D4vd, which he previously rented. Now it's emerged that the body of the girl, as I said, was found in his Tesla, partly frozen, and the girl, Celeste Rivas, was found in the trunk of his car in September, and sources have been unable to determine how she died. Well, how she was deceased, sorry. It's TikTok, isn't it? Or should I say unalived, as it were. So David, real name David Anthony Burke, rented out his property in Los Angeles. The lease came to an end, and the lease came to an end around 2 weeks after Rivas' body was found. So obviously, it could be a case that she was unalived at the property. So we'll look into that. Cops searched his rental home as part of the probe, and they were seen carrying out items. It's emerged that the home previously contained a freezer where temperatures were as low as 8 Fahrenheit. Further reports confirm the freezer was also 27 inches deep and 14 inches wide. We need to ascertain if her body would fit into that freezer, which it has now been shown to be, as an outlet has claimed that Rivas' body would have fit into the freezer. So we need to know what happened there. Was she unalived and the body was put into the freezer? Which could have been the case. But at the same time, it is unknown whether the freezer was still at the property at the time he was there. So there's another twist in the tale. The LAPD have not charged David, as it were, but according to the NBC News, he's seen as a prime suspect, which he should be. So it's a crazy story. Obviously, the body was found, and I think I read somewhere that the body was decapitated. So if that's the case, then they probably would not be able to find out if he was responsible or not. That's obviously, was floating around. What I'm saying here is fact, but that's something that's been floating around. It's an interesting case. As at this moment in time, medical examiners have been unable to disclose the cause of death. So as it stands, the cause of death will be undetermined. But moving on a bit. There was obviously a relationship between the two. She's only 15 though, and he's obviously, a bigger man of older age, which itself is very suspect. But hey, we're gonna move on to that in a moment. But moving further on, it's been said there's a lot of similarities between David and Rivas in terms of the matching tattoo, which had SHH shush on it, or meaning shush, whatever. And basically, both tattoos were on their right index finger. So something's gone on there. Obviously, there's some PDF file activities there going on there. I personally think there must have been some intimacy there. and maybe intimacy there. Something may have gone wrong. She might wanted to leave. A lot of usual reasonings as to why these men flip out. Or maybe he's messing about and it all went wrong. You know, I'd go for one of the three. You know, could be a socks game gone wrong. Some freaky behaviour. Some freakazoid behaviour with the fridge. Gone too far. Maybe locked her in the fridge and lost the key. I don't know. Or it's a case of she wanted to leave and, you know what I mean, he didn't like it. But as it stands, there's investigations going on with regards to the body found in the car and investigating the car. So as it stands, this is a strange one. You know, I think they know a lot more than they're letting off, to be honest. I think they know a lot more than they're letting off. But I think they're holding back what they know. In fact, let me go back a bit on that. When Celeste Rivas Hernandez, obviously she's referred to as Rivas, whatever. She said she was actually 13 when she was reported missing. So that was 2004. She was 13. He started his tour in. He started a world tour in August 2025. He was pulled over August 27th in his Tesla. Car was towed to a Hollywood yard. Rivas turns 15, but I'm not so sure if she was found by then. But on the 8th of September, the LAPD discovered an undismembered body wrapped in plastic in the trunk of David's impounded car. So when the car was impounded, that's where the body was. So if he's given a citation, whatever, if you go back a bit, he's given a citation, and a traffic officer marked his car due to the issue of the tyres. Okay, this was 27th, after his world tour, so he's probably come back, and he's probably, driving around. In between that time, I can only conclude that they impounded his car straight away, based on the tyres. Because if not, then naturally you'd think if he had a body in the car, he would have obviously taken the ticket, whatever, and then gone to where he's going, and then disposed of the body. Let's see if he's responsible. Because it may be that someone who knows someone who knows may have had the body in the car. He may have come back from his world tour, wherever he's come from. The body's already in the car. He doesn't know about it, and he's driving around with a body in the car. Or it could actually maybe a third scenario that he actually does know about the body in the car, but he wants to get caught. So the body's in the car. He's driving around. The tyre issue. Okay, they pulled him for that, but it may be that he actually wants to get caught in the sense that, how can I put this? It's hard to explain. He's obviously driving around with the body in the car, and if he gets caught, he gets caught. But they caught him on the tyres by chance. So the fact they caught him by the tyres by chance, and he hasn't moved his car or disposed of the body, might tell me he wanted to get caught. If he was responsible in that instance. So the body is identified as Rivas in September the 17th. House is searched the following day. Take his computer evidence. He continued his tour. Okay. The family broke the silence on their GoFundMe page. He cancelled his tour the next day. The body was released to the family. Then she's buried. And November the 18th, the LAPD claim that he's being treated as a prime suspect. And then the following day, it was reported that her body was partially frozen when found in his Tesla. Strange. It's a totally strange case. I'll be keeping an eye on this to find out what goes on, but as it stands, it's a weird one. I will be keeping an eye on this because this is one crazy, funky case. But anyway, it is what it is. Okay. RIP to Celeste Rivas. Then bless her. Later.